Legends, welcome back to another one. Well overdue, this one. We've been promising it for a little while, so we're going to get onto it. This is a walk around of our 2025 Vibe Tough 19.6 Caravan. So, bit of a big upgrade for us, this one. We've gone from a Jayco Starcraft Outback, so it feels like we're rolling around in a mansion now. What we're going to do is we're going to give you a walk around this one, and we're going to tell you why we believe these are the best Australian-made off-road vans that you can buy.
Yeah, we're camped up at a beautiful hip camp near Imbil in Queensland. It's called Hidden Pocket. It's a riverside camp, and we were going to gatekeep this one because it's really pretty and we didn't want to tell anyone about it. But Libby, the owner, is an incredible human being, and we wouldn't want to not give her a shout out. So.
We're sharing what we reckon is the most scenic hip camp spot in southeast Queensland here. So, yeah, letting the secret out. So, selecting a caravan in Australia is a quite overwhelming process. Even if you're looking at strictly Australian-made vans, there are so many options out there. And we did months and months and months of research. And honestly, the more you research, the more your head spins. Like, it's really hard to find a company without some terrible negative reviews floating around out there. That was until we stumbled upon Vibe. And honestly, the more I looked, the better the reviews just kept getting and getting. Not only do they make amazing looking vans, just their customer service is exceptional. And that was the standout comment that we just keep reading over and over and over again. And I love the fact that when people talk about Vibe, who have bought them, they talk about the owners by name. I love it that the business is small enough that still the owners are quite hands-on in how everything's run. So massive shout out to Jed and all the team there. Like, through the whole process of ordering the van, picking up the van, like, they were exceptional and they lived up to everything that we had read about them, hey?
Yeah, the build process was pretty seamless, really. Like, we kind of just rocked up there on the way back from Tassie, and we spent 4 hours at the warehouse and basically planned our van in that time. Yeah, it was pretty amazing, and managed to get the build done. They squeezed us in.
Yeah, they did. They had a gap open up, so we were able to get the van within a couple of months, which is so good. And we're
super grateful.
Super grateful that happened, because that is going to allow us to hit the road full time again a lot quicker than would have been. So, and anyone that knows us well knows we are going stir crazy being stuck in southeast Queensland, and we are keen to hit the road again. So. Yeah, one thing I'll touch on. So it is a 19.6 foot van. It was quite a tricky decision of what size van to get. So we were upgrading from a Jayco Starcraft Outback, and that was about 18 foot. I think like our ideal size was probably going to be around that 21 foot. Well, that was the idea that we had, but because we tow with a 70 series Land Cruiser and we only want to tow with a 70 series Land Cruiser, we were limited by our towing capacity, 3.5 ton. We also wanted to have a lot of solar on the roof, which I'll talk about later on. So Jed and the team kind of guided us to stick with the 19.6 foot. And I'm really happy with that. Like, the van seems a lot bigger than our Jayco was. Yeah,
I mean, even though like the actual measurements is not really that much bigger, the layout is so much different. Yeah, so the space inside is much better optimized. Yeah, a
lot more functional, I would say. And going from like a pop top hybrid kind of van, you don't realize like how much bigger these vans are. Like, it is massive compared to our old van, and we want to be able to keep going remote and doing things like that. And I think probably a longer van would hinder that in some way. So I'm stoked we went with the 19.6, and I think like so far we haven't really fitted this thing out properly yet, and you'll see that as we do a walk around. But I think it's going to have more than enough space for us, and with our kind of weight considerations, we're probably not going to be able to fill it to the brim anyway. No. So really happy. What we'll do, let's start doing a little walk around, and we'll show you kind of what you get with the 19.6 foot Tough. We have done a few upgrades on this just to suit the way we use it, and we'll kind of touch on them as we do it as well. apologies in advance. The van is not in super clean condition at the moment. I would have loved to have it looking really clean, but we've been out here doing some work and we've had to do a bunch of kind of mud water crossings and everything like that. So it basically looks like a full-time traveler's van, I guess. Yeah. So still looks pretty bloody nice, but
I think it's pretty good.
yeah. All right, Ash, let's start at the front because everybody starts at the front. So we got to follow the rule.
Everyone starts at the front?
Have you not watched Caravan walkarounds?
Not many.
Everybody starts at the front.
Oh, well, that's because, we're starting at the front because of this.
What is that?
This is our blackjack
Hit, jockey wheel?
trailer jack.
Yep. What is it? What does it do for people that don't know?
It's basically our jockey wheel. So we use it to unhitch.
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 Yep.
And it's amazing because it doesn't require any upper body strength.
Just push a button, hey.
You just push the button and it goes up and down. So that's for full time. When you're traveling full time, it's this stuff that makes a huge difference. When you are hitching and unhitching every few days, you want to make life as easy as possible. And this thing makes it so much better.
So you're a fan, just to be clear?
I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of it. Also comes with a fun little remote, which is also quite cool. We don't tend to use the remote a whole lot, but super fun. Under here, we have a DO35 hitch.
Yep.
Covered by our beautiful Tie Gear
Hitch guard.
Hitch guard. We have got a gas bottle. This may or may not be getting removed. We are trialing a electric barbecue setup at the moment. We don't have any gas internally in our van. It's all electric. So we don't require any gas for any cooking. So yeah, we'll keep you posted with that.
All right, we're going to move on, but Ash wants to share one of her favourite features. What do we got, Ash?
I don't know if all modern caravans have these. Maybe
me neither, eh?
Maybe they do. So I could be saying something. So it's these little attention to details, these little hooks for your chains, trailer chains. So they're not just dangling on the ground. It's just the best.
The little things.
It's the small things, you know?
So on this thing, we have a massive toolbox on the front. Like we haven't had a caravan with a toolbox before. So this is a bit of a luxury for us. We're not 100% sure how we're going to utilize it. So we've got in the top here, we are probably going to use this to put like all our stuff that we get out straight away. So like awning tie downs, wheel chocks, like everything like that. But we're not 100% yet. But anyway, we've got that space. And then down here, we've actually got a fridge drawer side. We were going to use it with the first barbecue that we put in here, but now we've got this electric barbecue, it actually won't fit. So we're putting that in the tunnel boot. At the moment, we've just got things like our epic Tie Gear stools. And really at the moment, it's just unorganized junk. We'll go around the other side, Ash. All right, on this side, which is probably going to fall everywhere because we haven't really sorted this out yet. So we've got our hoses from Flat Out. So these things are absolutely amazing if you haven't checked them out. Australian-made company. We've got the water hoses, we've got the silage hose, and we've got the electrical hose. We've been testing them out for the last few weeks, and they are just the best investment, particularly if you're full-time traveling. I'm going to make a video of our first accessories that we put on this caravan, I think. So what I'll do in that is I'll talk about these products a little bit more. But yeah, if you're looking for something at the moment, like these things are incredible and they live up to the hype. Okay, so this is one side of our humongous tunnel boot. Like this thing literally runs all the way through to the other side. It's got 3 latches, it's that bloody big. It is unorganized chaos at the moment too, just so you know. But it's like a big L-shaped one, so it actually runs all the way around. I've actually managed to mount an 8-foot mal up on the top of here as well. I've got a fishing rod mounted to the roof as well.
For anyone who doesn't know what a mal is,
it's like a longboard, surf longboard. Yeah. So And also got a spear gun mounted to the roof as well, which I'm pretty happy about because it means that I don't have to carry them all the time in the back of the troopy. So very happy with that. Very happy with the amount of space in here. All right, we'll keep moving down, hey? All right, Ash, you're gonna share your favourite part of the van now.
I mean, look, I wouldn't say it's my favourite because it's a job I enjoy doing, but it's
convenience-wise.
Convenient. So we've got 2 van lines. The van came with one and we installed another one because we liked them so much. We used it for, I don't know,
Couple of weeks,
something like that. They fold down. They're super convenient, and it's a washing line on the side of your Caravan. Like
yep.
It's pretty great. In here is the laundry. So you may or may not have heard me rave about the laundry chute. This is where it comes down. So washing comes from the bathroom into here. I usually have like a bag that catches it all here. And yeah, little washing machine.
So washing machine straight onto the van line, which is beside there, hey?
Yeah, super handy.
So good. All right, before we forget on this side, this is actually one of my favourite mods, I reckon, because this is super handy for the beach. So we have shower hose, and then come over here. It's actually a little bit different on these vans than like you kind of, a lot different than Jayco ones anyway. So basically this pops out here and then this just goes in and then twists. So you got hot and cold water on there, and it literally is just by twisting the nozzle. It's so easy to use. What I'm gonna do with this is find somewhere to mount it where it's real easy to kind of take off and put back on again. But yeah, I love it. And how's the pressure of that? Like,
Not my Birkenstocks. Hot tip, always hold the nozzle and empty out the water.
Yep.
Because
yeah, so handy.
I haven't done that. And then it leaks water all into the tunnel boot.
All right, so we've just got your standard grey water in that. We've actually got a nozzle on there that works with that flat out, our flat out hose. And then we basically just got 3 tanks here. So we got 3 110 litres, I think. So 330 litres in total. And each of them just has a quick fill fit in on there. So nice and quick to fill up. And that's probably one of the big things we wanted upgraded with this. We wanted to be able to carry a little bit more water so we can stay off grid for longer. And so far it's been amazing having that extra tank, hey Ash?
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, for sure. All right, let's go around the back. All right, so on the back here, we've obviously got your wheel. We've chucked on a blacksmith camping bag because we love these things, Australian made, epic quality. We're running one on the troopy and a bunch of other things from them as well. And then we've got our Australian made arc pit, fire pit on the top, tied down with some epic tie gear straps as well. So, which actually need to be tightened up by the look of that. And we'll do that after. Then we just got like your standard jerry can. Obviously with the windows on the back here, you can probably see that we are running a rear bunk setup, which I don't think we've spoken about yet, but we'll show you guys on the inside. And then how's this nice logo here? Australian made, absolutely love it. All right, let's move around.
So on this side, we have a massive Aussie Traveller awning, which has been really great so far. One thing that makes our van a little bit special is the colour. So this colour was the first vibe in this beautiful green.
What's it called?
Oh my goodness.
It's obsidian green.
Obsidian green. I think there's a couple more now, but it's a bit of a chameleon. It's in some lights, it's like an emeraldy forest green, and then it's got like gold flecks in it. So in the sun, it goes to like a really beautiful, like olive green almost.
And then it can kind of look like a real army green sometimes in like dull light, hey, yeah.
Yeah, so it's really beautiful. We actually ended up getting PPF wrapping done on this. So the decals were originally a matte, but because we've got the PPF obviously it's gloss now. Why did we get the PPF, Ben?
Because we managed to scratch it on the second day of owning the van.
Yeah, so if anyone has watched any of our traveling videos, and look, we won't be quite as reckless with this brand new, very expensive van as we were with the Jayco, but we do go down some pretty gnarly tracks. So we didn't want to be super stressy about damaging the side of it. Something that also helps is this super cool, it's bubble plate.
Bubble plate, yeah.
It's instead of like the standard checkerboard, it's bubbles. And I really, really like it. It's just so super different.
It's different, and I believe it might be slightly lighter as well. I've heard some people mention, so which is another handy addition.
Yeah, super handy.
So down low here, we have the Arc jackable legs as well. So these are super heavy duty units, and they're actually made to be able to be used with the drill, where I believe a lot of the legs out there that people are using drills on, they're actually not made for it. So it eventually wears them out. We have all the vibes are built on the Proline chassis, which is Raptor coated. Super heavy duty, impressive looking units, hey. Ours is actually the flatline chassis as well, which means it doesn't have any wheel arches, which means we don't lose any space inside for the wheel arches. So yeah, very, very impressive looking unit, this thing. Over here from Proline as well, we have their Max Track suspension. So we just have stage 3 on this. Like with us, with our build, we wanted to get the things that we thought would make a difference to full-time traveling from what we've learned over the last year, but we also didn't want to go ridiculous with just getting every single addition you could possibly get as well. So stage 4, for people that don't know, is where it will self-level. We've just gone stage 3. So basically, we have a airbag man kit under there. We have an air tank. So there's actually a full air tank installed. And we just use a level to level it out. Basically, the best thing for us is we don't need to use leveling ramps anymore, which is pretty bloody amazing.
Whoop, whoop.
We've been parking like on my parents' property on like quite a kind of incline from side to side. And yeah, no leveling ramps, just being able to sort the whole thing out by using the airbags. Like, it's incredible. Another positive too is the Airbag Man kit on the side here actually has an outlet, and that comes with compressor hose as well. So for places like over in WA where you're constantly inflating, deflating tyres because of corrugations and to get to the beach camps, it'll be amazing. We'll be able to pump up the troopy tyres with the compressor in there, and we'll be able to pump up these tyres at the same time with the compressor on the back. So that is a really nice addition, and to help you encourage actually letting down your tyres as well. So I think
And how many times did you tell me about that?
Oh yeah, so I think I'd been climbing around under the van a little bit when we got it, and I'm like, hey Ash, it's actually got an air tank under here as well. Hey Ash, it's got an air tank under here as well. Anyway, first time Ash hops under the van for the first time, she's like laying on there, and she's like, hey Ben, did you know there's an air tank under here?
I do listen to you sometimes.
Sometimes, but not enough by the sound of it. So anyway, like we're really stoked with this at the moment, and it's definitely like a really nice upgrade from our old van. So very, very
Definitely
happy.
a bit of a learning curve too, though.
Yeah, for sure. I think probably the trickiest part is like what height do you put them back to when you got to go on the road again? It seems to be a bit of everyone's got a bit of a different opinion on that out there. So what we might do is do a little bit more research, because I don't want to claim anything at the moment and be wrong. So we're going to do a bit more research, and we might actually make a video of that in the future, because I feel like that's something a lot of people will be interested in. But yeah, if you have the option to do airbags on your van, from what we've seen so far, I highly recommend it. Okay, so the Vibe Caravans come with ROH wheels. Most of the vans out there you would have seen come with the ROH Salts, which is what we were going to be getting, but there was no supply of the ROH Salts in bronze, and we really wanted the bronze wheels. One, we thought it would go really good with the green of the body, and also we've got bronze wheels on the Troopy as well, so we wanted to be a bit matchy-matchy, but not sandy taupe on sandy taupe. Anyway, so we managed to get the ROH Raids, these are, and I'm stoked with them. I think they look very, very nice, and yeah, they match out with the Caravan really well. So we've had ROH on the last Troopy for years and years, and they did the job really well. Held up really well to crappy roads around Australia, so more than happy to run them on the van now. All right, let's do the side. So some of you may have seen some pretty flashy fold-out coffee machine setups at Vibe.
Nooks.
Hey?
Coffee nooks.
Coffee nooks. Yeah, you won't see one of them with us.
That's what we don't have one of those.
We don't do coffee machines. We love coffee, but just don't do the coffee machine.
We're mocha pot people.
Which is good for money and space.
So this is pretty dirty, and it's also currently the home for our son's monster truck. It won't always be the case, and when we're cooking outside more and we're a little bit more set up, this will be filled with kitchen utensils and that kind of thing. But it has 240 and are these USB or are these 12 volt?
I think both.
So yeah, there's a 12 volt and USB.
Yep, so SIG plug and then, yep.
Super handy. It's on these really great struts, super strong.
We've been using it to chuck our induction cooker on and cook outside.
Yeah, and a couple of times we've had our new electric barbecue sitting on that, only for short periods of time though, because we're concerned about the heat. We've got another picnic table here. One thing we did get on the van is one key. I don't know if we would do that again, just because one key doesn't...
it's not actually one key.
Yeah, it's not actually one key, and I can't get this unlocked. I think I've got the wrong one. Storage picnic table. It's the wrong key.
It's the one key one. It should...
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
See, that's how confusing it is, still with the one key. Ash hasn't even gotten the right key yet.
Because it's not one key. So,
have another go.
Take two. We got one key. And it covers a lot of the locks.
It's like 95%, I would say.
Yeah, but there are still, like it covers this, the door, tunnel boots.
Yep.
Yeah, it doesn't cover things like the toolbox or the diesel tank.
Or the one beside there as well.
Or that one. So, yeah, whether we would do it again, I don't know. The reason we did it in the first place is because I'm notorious for losing keys. And we figured if we had lots of one key, it would mitigate that risk. But turns out we've got less keys than what you would have without it.
Yeah.
One super fun thing about this Aussie Traveller door, you need a degree to be able to lock it.
I wonder how many people have gotten caravans or camper vans with an Aussie Traveller thing on there and had to go back or ring up the place.
Your dad did.
Yeah.
Your dad got one.
At least we didn't have to do that. So that's a bit embarrassing for Barry, and we managed to work it out.
Yeah, thanks to Jed, he actually showed us. But still, and like it becomes muscle memory and it's fine. But yeah, definitely.
If you do a handover with one of these doors, make sure you're listening in the handover part for it.
Yeah, because otherwise you'll be stuck not being able to lock your caravan or unlock it.
You want to do that tunnel boot?
We have two more tunnel boots here. This one is directly under the bed, and you can also access this one from inside.
Yeah.
Should we?
Open it up. Once again, it'll be a mess, but.
So at the moment, we're using it for things that we need to access from both inside and outside the van. It's actually a pretty big space, so I feel like we can utilise it a little bit better, but I feel like we've come from having to have everything just kind of jammed and smushed in, whereas here we've got a bit more space. So we really want to put a lot of thought into how things are packed.
Yeah.
We're also, this is probably not evident, but we are actually pretty organised, neat humans. And we like to have things need to have a home. So hopefully we'll get a little bit more structure with our storage.
It's a work in progress.
It is a work in progress. We'll get there though.
Okay, so barbecue outlet, pretty standard for a caravan. That's just the gas bottle up the front. There's a good chance we won't be using that in the future, but we'll let you guys know down the track. I want to do a bit more testing on this Ninja barbecue that we've got, which seems amazing so far. It actually can smoke, it can air fry, it can barbecue, like a whole bunch of things in one, which is, anyone that travels in a caravan knows how handy that is. So everything we've cooked on there has been super impressive so far. We smoked a brisket on there the other day and it was incredible, like one of the best things we've cooked in a long time. So yeah, we'll give you our thoughts on that. We need to test out the power consumption and everything like that a little bit more, and before we make our decision to fully remove the gas bottle. But yeah, so this is basically the other side of our tunnel boot. From there, one thing we didn't touch on when I was walking around there, and I want to touch on, so this is pretty cool. Like, it's got like lights inside, so you can just press the light it up. It's actually got switches as well, which engage. So we've got steady lights on like little light bars on the front, both sides, and the rear as well. So you can actually do the front and the rear from here, which is pretty handy. So if you come out and you need to get something in the car, you can flick on the light and it just lights it all up. If you want to go down to the bin bag down the back, flick on the light and it will fully lights up the back of it. We've also got access to the offside ones from right near our bed. So like if we heard something at night time, we could flick on the switch and it just like lights everything up like daylight. So very, very cool. At the moment, you might see we've got our Starlink Mini just running out of here. That's a temporary solution. We are going to permanently mount it on the Troopy once the battery setup's done. So at the moment, we're kind of just having it in here. It does the job. But if we were permanently going to use it in the Caravan, we'd look at probably a better solution. So like having an actual outlet for it. But because we are going with the Troopy, there's no need to do that. So I believe like Vibe can do that as an option for you as well. So if that tickles your fancy, that's something you can definitely do. So that's probably going to be about it for the outside, I think.
What about the solar?
Oh, the solar. Yeah, let's talk about the solar. Good call. Like pretty much the flagship of our van. So our van actually has no hatches on the roof at all. So
it has a shower hatch.
Oh, okay. There you go. It does. I forget about that. I don't use the shower in there very often. It's you that's in there. But we do. We have a shower hatch, but that is the only hatch we have in the van. The rest of the roof is taken up with solar panels. So with this build, we wanted to jam pack as much as we possibly could on the roof, with the goal intention being able to run aircon off grid. So we have 1,550 watts of solar on the roof, which is a great amount. It's very nice to be parked out in sun and regularly seeing like 1,200, 1,300 watts plus coming in. So it means you can be like 60% in the morning or whatever, and it just pumps the charge back into it again. So I'll talk about the electrical setup a little bit more detail once we go inside, but yeah, I think we should touch on that solar now. So I think that kind of does wrap up the outside now. Ash, is there anything else before?
Not that I can think of right now.
No, me neither. Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to head inside, but we actually might do that on another day. So it may look at a bit of different location when we do this. Just our van is trashed on the inside at the moment.
Whoa, what is that?
Like a big marsh fly or something. There's heaps of marsh flies around at the moment. Yeah, so we might actually, to be continued, and we'll put it all in the one video still, so stick around. But yeah, once we get kind of back to the property, we can kind of clean it out just a little bit to kind of give you guys a better look inside. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the outside part of it.
This is like an intermission.
It is an intermission.
Go to the toilet.
Be right back in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Welcome to our home on wheels.
Welcome to my crib.
All right, where are we going to start at?
Business end.
The bed. So what do we got here?
This is a king length and queen width east-west bed. Why did we get an east-west bed? Because Ben has go-go gadget limbs and he needs the extra length.
Oh, and also I think it was going to cut down our couch length as well.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. Because we were restricted to the 19.6 length, we didn't really have the length to play with. So we've got an east-west bed. One of the compromises that we made, but it's still pretty amazing and way bigger than the bed in the Jayco.
It feels humongous.
Yeah, we don't touch when we sleep now.
Which is bloody great.
Down the end here, we've got 2 little storage hatches, which is super handy. We've got 2 Sirocco fans and overhead cabinetry, which Ben has claimed for his clothing.
Well, I think it was given to me.
It was given to you.
And we also we removed one of these lamps and chucked in another Sirocco fan because we really did not need so many lamps, hey?
And we always need more fans. So we also use red lights. Basically, as soon as the sun goes down, we don't use any blue light in the van. Really helps boost your melatonin and helps you get a better sleep. So we've got these really great ones. We've got one down here and one down in Noe's bed. They're magnetic and they stick on. They're USB-C rechargeable. And they just go on the wall like this. These ones are from Block Blue Light, and we'll chuck a link down below. They're really reasonably priced and great for caravans. So
nice and small and compact.
for sure. One option we didn't choose was the front window. The reason we didn't go for the front window is we had a couple of incidences with the Jayco where the front panel flapped open. We just decided to give it a go and see what we think. So far, I don't mind it. You probably can tell that there isn't quite as much light, but we also don't have any roof hatches. So we're not sure whether it's the front window
It's got a lot of windows still, right?
We've got a bunch of windows, so it's not like we're missing out.
So one of the other reasons was not just for the flap coming up, is just to keep less breakable parts, so less chance of leaking anywhere with having windows on the front. Particularly like the front of the van is where it cops like the brunt of the wind, the rain, everything while you're driving. So we're pretty keen to kind of try a van without it on this one, and so far I'm really happy with it. Like I think the light in here is really, really good considering we have no hatches on the roof.
Welcome to our living area. So we don't have a cooktop inside. We use our induction cooker, which we store conveniently in this top double drawer. We do have a range hood though, to get rid of the smoke, etc. We went for the Luxe Oak bench tops, so that's the bench tops throughout. Verde Olive for the lower cabinetry, and Louisiana Luxe, I believe, is what our top cabinets in the kitchen and bathroom are. Everywhere else we just got the matte white, or matte Blanco, I think is what it's called. We've got black sinks, black tapware, black handles, hardware. We added this little towel rail, which is kind of fun, just the standard, fusion lock that everybody has in their caravan. One of my favourite things about this caravan is this ginormous fridge.
This is the biggest upgrade, I reckon.
When you've gone from living full-time on the road with, 120?
110 litre.
110 litre times 2, because we had one in the Troopy as well, to something like this, it's just a dream. Like there's no management between 2 fridges, and we have a massive freezer, and I love it.
Feels like we're in a house.
Yes, yeah. I mean, look, if you've seen if you've seen a Caravan walk around, you will have seen these telescopic tables before. They're pretty great. And we got I didn't mention that we've got Eastwood Tan as the colour of our couches and other accessories. What's next?
Maybe we'll talk about the electrical setup.
Cool.
Are you gonna do that?
I mean, I can try. It goes.
It does. It goes well. All right, so I think nearly all the vibes, definitely ours, come with all Victron gear, and it's done by Bain Tech in Brisbane. So if you haven't heard of Bain Tech, they make really amazing gear. So really pumped to get this in the van. Most people have seen Victron gear before, but basically, so we've got our screen, which obviously we can monitor and like control our inverter and everything from. So it's got like our water tank levels and everything like that. Also, we can see like how much solar is coming in. So as we mentioned before, 1,550 watts of solar on the roof. And I think we touched on as well, like one of our main reasons we wanted to get that as well, so we could run aircon off grid, which so far it's been fantastic. At the moment, like the battery's on 99%. So as Ash was talking, we use induction cookers. So pretty much everything all electrical. And to be honest, it's pretty common to see it up in the high 90%. It's not even a full on sunny day here. So it does a really good job. Down under here, we have got basically the whole, like the hardware of the system, I guess. So we've got 3 MPP chargers. So that's for all our solar panels. We have like your other typical Victron gear, 3,000 watt inverter. And we also, I don't think we've touched on in this one too, we have also got a, a hydronic diesel heater and hot water system. So no gas hot water for us in here. So basically we have our 20 litre tank on the front, and it's kicking in now, I can hear it. Our 20 litre tank on the front with a gauge on there, and that controls all our heating and our hot water. And so far it's been amazing.
Want to show them the control panel?
Super efficient. Yeah, I'll get to that.
Okay, sorry.
And it's been super efficient. So really, really happy with that. And probably one of the biggest motivations for us with that was the fact that no filling up gas. So basically all we've got to deal with is like a solar, electrical side of things, and then diesel, which you get into the car anyway. So yeah, so far very happy. Apparently one of the things that the manufacturers like about the hydronic diesel heater systems too, hot water, is it's a lot smaller unit than the whole gas and everything else. So they can kind of fit it into a more confined space. Anyway, up here we have basically our control panel for a diesel heater, and we've got like a switch for the pump and the aircon, so we can turn them off so they can't accidentally come on. And then we've got all our fuses. We've actually got more fuses as well. I don't know if we can see it here. Probably not. I'll move something out of the way and show you a shot, but there's actually more fuses for the solar panels there, just because we've got so many bloody solar panels on the roof. So far this system has been absolutely fantastic, and it's everything that we were hoping it would be. So I know someone's probably going to ask the question about running aircon off grid. It seems to range around 700 to 900 watts when we're running it at the moment. So with the 1,550 watts of solar, like we can easily keep up with that. If not, we're charging the battery at the same time as well. So yeah, it's a Bel Air air conditioner as well, because I know someone else is going to ask that question. Okay, so we're down low, and I'm going to put some B-roll over this so you guys can actually see what I'm talking about. But after traveling for the past year, one of the things that we really felt we were missing in the last van and would be super important for this one was better water filtration. So Vibe didn't actually install this. Ash and I have installed this after the fact. But what we've done, and it's actually behind the drawer underneath the fridge here, we've installed a WOMO Go. So they're amazing German-made water filters. So this WOMO Go actually comes on a really nice bracket and everything like that. It's a UV water sterilizer and also a 0.5 micron carbon block filter as well. So basically what it means is we're getting super sterilized filtered water before it gets up to our sink and basically anywhere, because we've installed it directly after the pump. So as soon as it comes through the pump, it goes straight through the filter and then to our shower, to our sinks, anything like that. The The Vibes actually come with a filter, like an under sink filter as well. So that's just, I guess, another stage of filtering for us. But so far, like, so happy with the WOMO, how easy it was to install, and the water taste is tasting really, really nice. So I think it's doing a great job. I'll put a link to that product below, and we've actually got a discount off WOMO as well for this unit. So if anyone's interested, check it out below. But yeah, so far, really happy with this. And to be honest, I reckon it's one of the best things that we've done for an upgrade, because it was something that was always worrying us a bit. Like we had a benchtop filter in the Jayco, and we also were using like one of your Bunnings inline filters when we were filling up. But I just was never convinced it was doing a good enough job. Like, some of the water you get around Australia is absolutely terrible. And we all had instances last year where we got sick stomachs, and I think that it was due to the water. So it'll be really interesting to kind of travel full time again with this setup and see how much difference it makes. All right, through to the bathroom.
So we have the rear bunk layout, which means we have our bathroom in the back, in the middle, I guess, the back quarter of the van. And it's separated by this concertina door. So you can poop without everyone watching you. It's always a win. We have our OGO composting toilet. This is our first experience with a composting toilet. So far, so good. I'm really happy to not be lugging my poop suitcase around.
How good is it not to go to dump points, hey?
Yeah. I can't really, maybe a little bit later down the track, once we've used it for a little bit longer, we'll do like a proper review and how we deal with it. But so far it's been really great. Laundry chute, I've already touched on the laundry chute. We all know I love the laundry chute. Black sink, black tapware again. I haven't ever had a black sink before. And it looks beautiful. I love it. Unfortunately, toothpaste is white. So I am cleaning this pretty regularly.
You mean it doesn't always look like that?
It doesn't. It's even a little bit like that's dirty by my standards. So just something to keep in mind. Unless you use like a charcoal toothpaste,
it would still show up, I reckon.
It would probably still show up. But regardless, still love it. Loads of storage space. Well, loads in comparison to what we had. Still loads, I think. And we have a separate shower, which is super luxurious.
Amazing.
It's like a full-size shower. We've got a couple of more things we need to put in there for storage, but otherwise we just put in a couple of these hooks to hang wet togs up while we're traveling. We also opted for the mirrored shower door, which I really love. Especially when you
just like it because you can sit on the toilet and wave to yourself.
I mean, look, that's like my least favorite thing about it. Who needs to like see what their face looks like when they're on the toilet? I don't know. But it's really great when you live in a van full time having a full length mirror. That's why I like it. One thing that we didn't mention is this red light. Well, it's a white light and a red light, but we use it for red light. Which is super handy. So when at night time, we'll have the little red light on near our bed, this one on, and the one in Noah's bed, and that is plenty of light, and it's perfect for the kids to go to sleep to.
They always go to sleep nice and quick.
They sure do.
All right, let's do the bunks. I don't know how we're going to fit in there to be able to show this, but
that's okay. We have this curtain separator, which Emmy loves. Emmy is a creature who needs to have some space, as we all are.
It's good because she, I notice she closes it a fair bit in the mornings too when she wakes up earlier than everyone else, and she plays around in there. So that's really nice.
So she just closes that over. We have 3 bunks and a custom desk area. So we opted to not have a window, and it was replaced with cabinets, and we got the cabinets built offset so they could have like a little desk area. We probably will get like a little stool or something to put there, but this cabinet is great. It just holds all of their craft and Lego and books and homeschooling stuff, because we're going to be homeschooling again next year. So that is the perfect location for all of that. Down this end, we have drawers and another big cupboard. Super great. All of the drawers are soft close as well, which is amazing. The joy. At the end of the kids' bunks, they also have storage areas, which is incredible.
These beds are massive too. They're like really long.
So because they run
East-west?
East-west, they are longer than a standard.
I think they're around about 2 meters.
Yeah, so they'll fit our kids in for a long time. And they've got fans, a light, and they've got charging ports in their little storage areas down the end. We just use the Kmart little crate things for them to store all their bits and bobs. But so far it's working out really great. And it's just so good for them to have their own spaces and to keep their own things.
For sure.
So if you haven't noticed a theme already, we're not use the big light people. So
the lights on the roof pretty much do not get used.
We haven't used them, but what we do use are the strip lights that are underneath the cabinetry in the kitchen. They also run along the baseboard as well. It's warm light. It's super beautiful. We also have one that runs around the bed too. Oh.
Other one.
We don't use that one as much.
Super handy, but
it's a really beautiful ambient light. The hardest part for us is figuring out which switch is which.
So many switches. We definitely need some labels. So
yeah, that's a Ash job. Okay, so I feel like now I should disclose that while we do try really hard to keep the van nice and tidy, this is like peak tidiness. So please don't feel what am I looking for?
We're not clean freaks. We live in this thing permanently. It definitely gets trashed.
Yeah, and there's stuff all over the surfaces. So
if you don't travel full time and you got kids, just think of what your kid's bedroom looks like at home most of the time.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it looks like.
Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed checking out this walk around. I know that it's probably a bit of a longer one, but we really enjoyed sharing it. We're absolutely loving the vibe, and we hope you guys kind of enjoyed checking it out too. If anyone is looking to chat vibes or wants to see inside one, if you see us around, feel free to reach out. We're more than happy to kind of take you through it, talk about different options and everything like that, and help get you in one of these amazing vans.
I'll even clean the van.
Probably one thing I will touch on, because I know this question will get asked, is how much does it cost to PPF wrap the van? It was around $8,000. So, and that was for all four sides.
And the windows.
And the windows and the door. So you can actually get, I think Bush Wraps do DIY kits for windows and doors, which I don't think would be the hardest job to do. We did consider that, but seeing that we're getting the rest of the van wrapped and the price actually wasn't significantly different, we thought we might as well let the experts do it.
For sure.
We had obviously had the chance to see the product in detail with the Troopy for like the last couple of months. So we were quite confident going in of what we're getting for our money and how worthwhile it was to invest in that, I think.
For sure.
Everything fantastic. They had the van probably for about 4 days, I would say. About 3 or 4 days. I can't remember exactly. So that's kind of how long you lose in your van for to get it wrapped. I think if we were to go a brand spanking new van from the beginning again, we would probably look to get the wrap done before the decals got put on.
Yeah, because we had beautiful matte decals, and obviously the PPF is gloss, so
yeah,
they are now gloss decals.
It still looks really good. I think the matte probably just looked that little bit better. And if you you also get like a halo around the stickers.
Around the decals.
It's not super noticeable, and the van still looks really good. And I'd rather be protected than be super picky over that kind of stuff. So yeah, overall our experience is really good. Probably if I'm nitpicking with it, the only thing I could pick out is where they cut it underneath the awning. So basically it doesn't go all the way to the roof. Where they cut it underneath the awning, it kind of looks like someone was on the piss when they cut it. But
I mean, it's just a little crooked.
It is, it's crooked. And like, I feel like with something like that, you're spending a lot of money. That's one thing I noticed. I pulled the awning out one day and I'm like, what the hell is the go with this? Like, it's literally just crooked. I'll try and put it up and see if you can actually see it in video. I don't know if it's something that'll be very easy to see, but literally apart from that, like everything is fantastic with it.
One thing also to mention is that you can't put PPF on top of silicone. So the PPF doesn't run all the way to the edges just because it doesn't adhere to the silicone. So
yeah, that is one thing to note. Positives with PPF, if you haven't had anything to do with it, but is it definitely makes the van and like the car heaps easier to clean. Yeah. I know when we came back from a road trip down to actually pick up the van and the troopy had gotten pretty muddy, the roof line wasn't done in the troopy then, and it was so much easier to get off the bugs in that where the PPF was than where the PPF wasn't. So like that's one extra positive too. And obviously you're getting the sun protection and the protection from scratches and that. So I think for what we do, it's definitely worthwhile.
Yeah. It is a huge investment though. So
yeah, it really depends on how much you're using your gear and that. Yeah. So whether it's worth that investment or not. Ours sits out in the weather all the time. So it's 100% worth it for us. Anyway, legends, I hope you enjoyed checking this out. I hope everyone is doing really, really well. Hopefully, we will have some new adventures in the new rigs coming soon. So if you want to see this Vibe Caravan out in the wild doing what it's meant to do, if you want to see the Troopy out there doing what it's meant to do, jump on and subscribe if you haven't. We're looking forward to sharing some stuff really, really soon. Awesome. See you, legends.